When I was growing up, it was Shell Street, so naturally that has changed. The house was much larger. It's been through two bad hurricanes, Camille and Katrina. In Camille, we had 3.5 foot of water, and in Katrina, we had 11.5 foot of water. So quite a bit has changed, and a lot of the houses are gone since Katrina. Some of them stuck it out, but not too many. The older ones, like this one that was built in 1914. So they're still around. It took a long time. We started in April 2008, and it probably took us a year to a year and a half to get it where it was nice and livable. This is actually the first one after the storm. You can see where they put the X on the front, where the firemen had to come in and check, see if anybody was here. And each little thing meant something, which I knew, but I forgot. Then the city was going around just tearing houses down for no reason, so we had to put a sign on top of our house, on front of our house, saying that do not tear down, or they was just tearing houses down. This shows some of the damage to the house and how they were piling things up everywhere. You can see part of the damage here. You can see the actual water line itself. You can see the line is kind of light because I did scrubbing, but that is the water line of the house, and you can see how high it is. And then we decided to do some fixing of the house. When we came into it, we only had one room cleaned after Katrina. Then we started redoing the kitchen. Now, when I was growing up little, this house was divided off like a typical old houses. And after the storm, I decided I'd make it more comfortable. So we changed it up. But as you see, we started redoing the whole kitchen area here. And this is where we was bringing stuff in and what we had to live with. We had no sink. The only water I had was the shower in the bathroom. And the rest was kind of makeshift. And then here's where it's mostly together. It shows you that it looks like a house again rather than a storage building. It's got a lot of memories, good memories of my mom and my brothers and sisters being here and visiting. And my sister's house there, it sat back on the land. It actually came to the middle of the street. The bathroom was on the east side of the house. And for Camille, the house actually twisted around, had the bathroom at the front steps, and it was on the neighbor's porch. And they picked it up and put it back in place and rebuilt it. But for Katrina, the house blew out and was in the middle of the street. And the bathroom was actually all the way around on the west side by then. It turned that much. And there was nothing left but the roof. But you could look underneath the edges of it that was up, and her table still sat there with her crystal bowl on it, and her cups still in the cabinet, and where somebody had done the dishes, they were still in the sink. It was all flat, the walls was all gone, nothing left to it. She never got to see it. She was really sick and died September 15th, so she never seen her house in that shape, but I'm glad of it. Her sons wouldn't mention anything about it, but she was my sister, and I knew what it was like. So she was here for Camille, and I said, yeah, Reek, there was water, there's plenty of water. We got water too. And I said, we got damage, and you know how water damage is. And I said, and your house had water too and damage also. And I left it at that. She didn't need to know it was gone. But what was so sad, I went back out there, and her clothes was all over the fences. It's hard to see your sister's house all tore up, and her clothes hanging on everybody's fence where the storm washed it all around, and her dishes that she cherished out in the middle of the street, all crushed. Yeah, all her precious things, it's all over. And then I lost her.